YouTube, Coffee Dude 65. I was thinking about doing a video along these lines, and then I saw a video by Don Hooligan that made me decide to go ahead and do it. And it's two parts, really. I don't know if I'll get both parts in, but I want to do the first part. The first part on the food supply, and I am really worried about it. I'll be honest, I am concerned. I have a vast amount of experience in the food industry, and we've all experienced it already. The beginning with the toilet paper. In terms of COVID, everybody went nutty over the toilet paper, and that was a worldwide thing. I know some people in other countries that had the same problem. Germany and Chechnya, Ireland, and they had the same problem. Then we had the beef problem with the shortages and the limiting in the stores. If you could even find beef, it was so expensive, about like Soylent Green. The movie. Great movie, by the way. But it's kind of settled down a little right now. But the thing you have to understand about the food industry is that it's very small, but at the same time the plants, the production plants, the slaughterhouses are very large. They have a lot of employees. And there is no way, unless they redesign things, which costs money, to social distance in those places. And I've already read where there's been some plants that's been shut down because of COVID. And I'm out of touch with it, actually, the industry, somewhat. But I do know how it is in food production plants. And if this thing becomes a lot more widespread and the seasonal flu comes this winter and they shut plants down, then what will we do? Those of us who had a forethought to stock up will be okay for a while. But once you eat all your canned goods and once you get all your freezer cleaned out, there's not a lot of people that can self-sustain without relying upon the grocery stores and the food in the grocery stores. And once we go through what we have in stock in our houses and the stores no longer have anything because the plants are closed, then what are we going to do? It's going to be Walking Dead, where we go out, make a run, and try to find stores and loot and get food and everything else. But if these plants get to the point where they can't have the employees working, the thing will stop. And we'll have a real crisis with the food supply. And that concerns me. It really and truly does. So I don't know what to do. You know, come the winter, and it's a scary thing to think about. I guess the answer right now is what I'm trying to do is kind of stock up a little bit on canned goods and things of that. But you know, everything's finite. After a while, when you eat everything you have and there's nothing to replace it with, we're going to be in big trouble. So, again, those that didn't prepare, to myself to a point, are going to be really in trouble. Hey YouTube, Coffee Dude 65 doing the second part. We're a little shorter than I intended, but that's good because I don't have the attention span anymore to watch 15-minute long videos. So I figure a lot of people out there don't. But another question that's raised by a friend of mine, Don Hooligan, was, do you trust the government? And it's a large question because you have to define what government is to start with. And if you take the definition of government to be Congress, the president, and so on, politicians, it's hard to say yes anymore. But then again, what's the answer to this? You know, the role of the government, as I've said before recently, is not what seems to be happening. And there's a lot of things, you know, though I think about, I've had a lot of government people in my family, civil servants as they're called, okay, postmen, people that work for IRS, Social Security, Department of Agriculture, and they're just regular people, and they're not part of any kind of conspiracy or any kind of thing. They do their jobs and they follow the rules and regulations that's set forth and so on. But when you get to the real power of Congress and the president and all of that, then it's hard to say, yes, I trust them. I want to, but again, it's difficult. What's the answer then? Revolution? I don't think you've got enough people that's going to be convicted enough to go out and risk their lives to try to make a better world anymore. We're too self-absorbed. Anyway, I'm kind of losing my train of thought, as I often do anymore when I start trying to do video. Another thing I wanted to say, though, real quick, is I'm going to try something different when I upload this, if I upload this, is I'm going to save it on the lowest settings. It might kill the quality, I'm not sure, but it takes so frickin' long to upload a video, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm saving it for settings for YouTube, and there's a settings, I use Windows Movie Maker. I got Windows 10, but I found where I could download the old Windows Movie Maker, and I'm using that. And there's a setting on it for email. That's the lowest setting. So I'm going to try that and see what it looks like. Because I just can't stand to wait 2 hours for a video to upload. Anyway, this is all disjointed, so you're going to see some edits while I try to put it together. My mind is not what it used to be, I guess. I can't seem to form thoughts coherent enough to do a video. But anyway, that's it. Coffee Dude 65. Peace.